name is Maya Hayes, and I am a graduate assistant and personal trainer for the Georgia State Recreation Center. I'm also a certified barre instructor, and today I'll be showing you a barre sequence that's inspired by the Changement movement in ballet. So with this sequence, we're going to be changing foot position rather quickly, but it's going to be great for helping to build and improve balance. It's also going to be great for strengthening the hips and then working on hip mobility if those are things that you want to improve. Great thing is we need very little equipment for today's sequence. The only thing you actually need is just a yoga mat, and that is it. All right, so let's go ahead and grab our mat and get started. To begin, we'll start with the feet in first position, so the heels together, toes pointing out, and we're going to take our right leg and we're trying to get our right heel as close as we can to the toe of our left foot, so the big toe there. Then we're going to switch. We're going to try to take our right big toe, we're going to try to get it as close as we can to the heel of the left foot. So we're going to switch between these two movements, changing back and forth, trying to get that big toe as close as we can to the heel, and then reverse. So after we have that down, we're going to add in a plié. So we're switching still between these two movements, but we're doing a little bend of the knee in between. So small bend in the knee and then switching between these two movements. And we're going to continue here for 60 seconds, changing between these two movements as we plié back and forth. 60 seconds, and you want the transitions to be very smooth here. So it should be a smooth transition as you move the leg forward and back with a soft bend in the knee each time you change positions. So we'll continue here, and you want to make sure that you keep your posture tall. Try not to lean forward or back. Try to stay upright as much as you can here, switching back and forth between the movements. We'll continue on for about 10 more seconds, still continuing to add that soft plie as you switch, and we'll go for 3, 2, and 1. Next, we're going to do a double pulse of this movement. So still leading with the right leg, we'll keep that foot elevated. We're still trying to touch that heel to that big toe and the toe to the heel, but we're just going to add a pulse. So we're going to do this for 30 seconds. So you're bringing it to the front, pulse, pulse, bringing it to the back, pulse, pulse. And all that pulse is just a small motion of you pulling the leg towards that foot. So double pulse and then switch. Double pulse and then switch. So we have about 10 more seconds remaining here, moving nice and controlled, and this is where that balance is kicking in. We'll continue to go for 3, 2, and 1. So now we're doing the exact same thing for the other side, but now the left leg will lead. So we're bringing the heel of the left foot as close as we can to the big toe of the right, and then switching there, the big toe of the left as close as we can to the heel of the right. And then once you have it down, you can start to add in that plie, so that soft bend of the knee, and we'll continue here for 60 seconds. Now, you may not be able to get the toe and heel to touch, and if you can't, that's totally fine. You'll just bring it as close as you can there. And then over time, as mobility improves, you'll find you'll be able to get closer and closer there, because it does require some turnout or external rotation of the hip. All right, so we'll continue on here, making a smooth transition between each change of position here. And you want to keep a soft bend in your knee every time you change positions. And if you look down periodically, you also want to be mindful that your knee and your toes consistently point in the same direction. So you want to keep that alignment throughout the entire sequence, along with your posture staying nice and tall. So we have about 10 seconds remaining here, continuing to change that foot position. We'll continue to go for 3, 2, and 1. Next, we're going back into that double pulse with the left leg leading, and we're doing the same thing that we did on our right leg. So that pulse, pulse, and then switch. pulse, pulse, switch. And we're going for 30 seconds, just transitioning between those two movements. And as I mentioned, this is where that balance is kicking in. So if you need to tap down at any point, feel free to tap down and just regain your balance. But if not, try to stay lifted and try to transition smoothly between those two pulsing movements. So you're pulsing and then switching out here. So we have about 10 seconds here, continuing to pulse for 3, 2, and 1. All right, that concludes our sequence for today. Once again, my name is Maya and this was Barre. Please don't hesitate to reach out with any comments, concerns, or feedback about today's class. And if you're not already, please give us a follow on Facebook and YouTube at Georgia State Recreational Services, or Twitter and Instagram at GSU Recreation. If you're interested in trying some classes out in person, you can still sign up to take classes at recreation.gsu.edu. All right, I'll see you next time.